November 10th is another important day with a big announcement. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. Alright, just like I've been saying throughout the entire course of this month, this is a very busy month and there are some key dates that we need to watch closely, as November 10th is going to have another big announcement that is going to be very impactful for the vast majority of Americans. Therefore, we need to pay attention to this one as it's a highly anticipated announcement. So I want to talk you through all the details about this, let you know what it means and what we can anticipate, as well as how this is going to impact all of us going forward. So let's get into it and discuss all the details. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as I am your one and only daily advocate. I'm doing all the necessary research on all this new information hitting the wire every single day, breaking it all down into these short videos, which I deliver a couple times throughout the day so you can stay updated with what is actually going on and how it's going to impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your bank account, and of course everything else going forward throughout the course of this year, and then of course into next year as well, as things are changing very, very rapidly. I'm also watching all these announcements out of the administration, the president, lawmakers, Congress, and of course everything that they're currently working on, that they're proposing, or anything else that is in the works right now that again may impact all of us, or that may bring something available that we can grab, as money is very tight for the vast majority of people. So again, please make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss any videos going forward, and I'll continue to be here for you with all of these daily updates every single day as things are changing very rapidly. Alright, thanks again. Let's jump into it and talk about November 10th and why this is such an important day, what we need to pay attention to, and what we can anticipate with this announcement. Alright, so far, we're not even that far into the month so far, and we've already gotten a numerous different big announcements that have come out so far. Well, the next one we want to watch here very closely is November 10th. I want to bring this one to your attention because this one is going to be another announcement. So this announcement is going to be the CPI, Consumer Price Index. In other words, this is the inflation report. Now, we get this report one time per month. It comes out and it gives us a glimpse into what inflation was doing for the prior month. So this is going to be the October inflation report that will be released on Thursday, November 10th. That's going to be a big one, okay? So this is going to let us know what inflation was doing throughout the course of October, right? Well, as we've been seeing over the last several inflation reports, inflation has been basically going down on the headline number, but when we dig into the reports, we can clearly see that inflation is still going up on the very important items that all of us buy on a very regular basis, like food is going up at a rate of about 1 to 1.3% every single month. We're still seeing shelter, as in rents, going up about 7 to 0.8% every single month. That's not cool either, and we continue to see healthcare costs going up very dramatically. We see the prices on virtually everything that we are all consuming or that we all need on a regular basis going up month after month after month. Meanwhile, we continue to see oil prices going down a little bit. Therefore, that's showing that the headline number is going down. So, when we see oil prices going down and gas prices going down, this is impacting the headline number, making it look like inflation is actually going down. It's not. Inflation is not going down. The headline number is making it look like inflation is going down a little teeny tiny bit. But when we dig into these reports, we can clearly see, like those examples that I just gave you, that real inflation for the things that we are all buying on a regular basis, like food and groceries, continue to go up substantially. That's not cool, especially for the people who basically have, living on a small fixed income, things like this, or virtually everybody right now. As you've been seeing with all the reports and the videos that I've been bringing to you lately, a lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck. This is nothing new. This is something that's been going on for several months now, but the sad part about it is the vast majority of Americans right now have depleted any and all savings that they once had. Now, this was actually interesting and kind of a sad report that we saw coming for many months now. So way back in the summer of this year, I was out with a couple of videos and said, hey, according to the analysts and experts, according to how much money people have saved right now, the average American is going to be out of their savings by mid-fall time. Well, that's pretty much where we're sitting right now, about mid-fall, right? Well, unfortunately, according to the most recent reports, the vast majority of Americans have depleted their savings. In other words, any savings that they once had have been depleted. The savings are gone. Now what? People have no savings. Now what? Well, we're starting to see it in the credit card statements. We're seeing that the average American right now is floating balances on credit cards. In other words, we don't have money, so where do we go to get it? Well, we start floating it on credit cards, right? That's a sad situation because we know credit cards are very expensive, and as we just saw from the last report out of the Federal Reserve, the announcement just the other day that yes, they're raising interest rates yet again, which means that it's going to cost even more to borrow money on a credit card or virtually any type of product like that, right? So again, we can see all of this coming home right now. It is not a good situation. All of these situations, all of these economic reports are unraveling right before our eyes right now. Just like we anticipated for several months now leading up to this, we've been seeing all of this coming forward, right? I've been talking about this for several months since, I don't even know, a year ago, we've been talking about this all throughout the spring and the summer until now. We've been talking about this. This is all coming forward and we're seeing it all hitting home right now. Interest rates are through the roof. Inflation is still going up. Money is depleted. Nobody has money anymore. We're floating balances on credit cards. Interest rates are going higher. The markets are getting hammered. I mean, seriously. Does anybody else see what's going on here? I think we can all clearly see the situation that is playing out right now. And again, this next inflation report that's going to be coming out on November 10th is going to be another very impactful report because not only are we going to be watching this to see what is inflation really doing, and remember, you have to look at the real report here. Now again, if you've been watching the videos here on the channel for any length of time, I dig into the real report and I bring you the real information. If you flip on your TV and you watch your local news, you're going to see one of these talking head politicians come out and say, oh, inflation is going down. Look at it go. It's going down a lot this month, right? Well, if you come to this channel, I will break it down for you and let you know what is really going on with the inflation reports because I actually dig into them. I don't just look at the headline number. The headline number it's okay, but fine. At the end of the day, it's heavily weighted into oil and energy and gas, things like this, right? So as a result of that, it's a skewed number, right? Yes, it's still the headline number, but we need to look into the actual report and see what is going on with food prices, what is going on with grocery prices, what is going on with healthcare costs, what is going on with, all the other things that we consume on a regular basis, like rents. Are rents still going up at huge paces, like 0.7 or 0.8%? If that's the case, that just means shelter costs are going up significantly. Well, do we all need a place to live? Yeah, it'd certainly be nice for the vast majority of people, right? Unfortunately, that's not the case for everybody. Sad, right? Super sad situation. But anyway, that's why we need to watch these reports, and that's why I break it down, because I dig into these reports and I look into what is really going on rather than just looking at the basic headline number that tells us nothing. It tells us virtually nothing other than, oh, maybe gas went down 5% this month. Who cares? Are we consuming gas every single day? Well, maybe some people are, but are we consuming food every single day? Well, most people probably are, right? So we probably need to look into shelter and food and healthcare and things like this, the things that people are actually consuming on a regular basis versus just gas. Yeah, gas is important too, but I'm guessing you're spending way more money on food, healthcare, and shelter every single month than what you are on gas, right? So anyway, just saying, right? We all need to watch this stuff very, very closely. Anyway, this is going to be another very highly anticipated report because as we've been seeing with all these reports lately, inflation continues to go higher. The headline numbers, kind of oscillating around, doing whatever it's doing, but this is another very highly anticipated number. So recently, the most important numbers that we need to watch out of, these different reports coming out is number one, we need to watch the Federal Reserve. What are they doing with interest rate policy? Well, they just came out the other day with their latest report here, and that's one that we need to watch. And again, going forward, there will be another meeting in December. Well, guess what they're going to do in December? They're likely going to raise interest rates yet again. Yes, they're going to raise interest rates yet again. So that's why we got to watch this. And again, it's all going to be predicated on this inflation report. They're going to watch this one very closely. If inflation comes in very hot, the likelihood of them raising interest rates aggressively again, probably comes in pretty hot again, right? So that's what we've got to watch very closely. So that's number one. We got to watch the Federal Reserve closely. We need to watch these monthly CPI reports. These are usually released anywhere around the 10th through around the 13th or 14th of the month, maybe the 15th, but it's generally somewhere in that time frame. And again, I always bring the reports to you in these videos. So that's another highly anticipated one as well. Next, the first Friday of the month, and again, we just got this report the other day as well, the first Friday of the month always houses the non-farm payroll number. This is the number that is released once per month on the first Friday of the month, and it gives us a glimpse into the job market for the previous month, letting us know, is the unemployment rate going up? Are jobs being created? Are jobs being lost? What is going on with people? What is going on with productivity? What is going on with incomes? Are incomes rising? Are incomes falling? It all gives it to us in the non-farm payroll number, which is released the first Friday of every single month. So when it comes down to it, these are the three reports that we watch very closely on a monthly basis because these ones are very important. A lot of people are watching these very closely, and it is giving us a better, kind of glimpse into the economy as well as the trajectory of this economy, what's going to happen with this country as a whole going forward. And we can all see it's pretty much tipping off a cliff, right? That's pretty much what we're seeing right now. And it's well, it's not a surprise. We saw this coming. We knew this was going to be coming. The Federal Reserve told us this was coming. The Federal Reserve told us, hey, we're going to push this thing over a cliff. Watch out below because it's going down. Whether you like it or not, we're going to crash it. We're going to crash and burn it. So that's what they're doing. And they continue to do that. And they have full intentions of doing this to bring down inflation. So I guess that's just the plan, and they're going to stick to it apparently. So anyway, this is the latest report, and again, as I do get the details on November 10th, as I do get this information, of course, I'll be right here for you, breaking it all down, letting you know what's going on and why it is so incredibly important, as well as all the other factors that are playing out right now, right in front of us. Anyway, I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands and thousands of videos here on the channel. I'm here for you. I know that that money is very tight right now. I'm watching everything closely, and of course, I'm also sending out those hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of packages every single month to those people here in the community. We're rapidly approaching 3,000 packages that have gone out to those of you here in the community, as well as the regular cash drops that we're doing, all kinds of things that we're trying to do to help out those of you here who are, struggling with money, struggling with the necessities, struggling on a daily basis. Not a fun situation. So anyway, I want to do whatever I possibly can, even though Congress isn't doing a whole lot right now. I want to do whatever I can until they step up and do something a little bit further. Anyway, please subscribe down below so you don't miss any videos going forward. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, have a good one, and I'll see you again later in the next video.